Sabrina Carpenter's career in the industry started over 14 years ago, and she has been grinding a lot since then. So here are the highs and the lows as we embark on the evolution of Sabrina Carpenter. Of course, every fan of Sabrina knows that she started off acting, and her first official role was on Law & Order in 2011, and that led to a lot of kind of smaller roles. But then in 2013 she was cast in the Disney series Girl Meets World, which is where things kind of really took off for her. The show ended up running until she was 18, and during this time she released a lot of music through Disney. In March 2014, she released her debut single, Can't Blame a Girl for Trying, which was actually co-written by Meghan Trainor, and she then released her debut EP. Then her debut studio album was released a year later in 2015. Her second and more known album, Evolution, dropped a year after that. She then went on her first headline tour for this, and that album included the song Thumbs, which of course actually ended up becoming fairly big. And in 2018, Sabrina was not slowing down. She dropped the first part of her third studio album and then shortly followed it with the second part in 2019. And she released the single Sue Me, which of course Sabrina actually wrote when she was sued by her ex-music managers for allegedly not paying them commission after firing them.
Genuinely just something I've wanted to do my entire life, but I didn't think I'd be so lucky to do it this soon.
And at 20, she was cast in the Broadway adaptation of Mean Girls, where she played Katie, but the show actually shut down about a month into production due to the pandemic and never reopened. And this is where things started to get a little bit messy, because of course she was involved in what fans thought was a love triangle between her, Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett. Olivia's songs released at the time seemed to hint that she believed that Sabrina had stolen Josh, and that although there was no official cheating, she believed that Josh moved on far too quickly. Then Sabrina's album Emails I Can't Send was full of songs such as Because I Liked a Boy, which seems to allege that she believed that no one was in the wrong in the situation. She then headed out on tour for that album in 2022, and that's where she started doing the nonsense outros, which is what led to the song going viral. In 2023, she dropped a music video for her single Feather, which included some scenes in a Catholic church, and these upset a lot of people and actually ended up getting someone fired. Throughout 2023 and 2024, Sabrina supported Taylor Swift on the Eras tour. Now, Sabrina has always been very vocal about being a huge fan of Taylor from a young age, and so at the end of the Eras tour, Taylor even brought Sabrina out to perform a surprise song. And then in April of 2024, Sabrina dropped her new song, Espresso, which would not only go on to become the biggest song of her career, but also one of the biggest in the world. It hit #1 super fast and broke a whole bunch of records. She then dropped her next single, Please Please Please, and with this song, she then became the first female artist to hold the top 2 positions on the UK singles chart for 3 weeks in a row. Please, 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 don't prove I'm wrong. Then she released her highly anticipated album Short and Sweet, which of course went straight to #1 and earned her 6 Grammy nominations, and headed out onto her Short and Sweet tour, which of course has gone viral for a whole host of different reasons.